Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a fun 2-page layout using the Oasis kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I decided to use these really fun kind of, I don't know, almost like a mixed media distressed look for the background. But then there is also this really fun sunset paper here. And I took an idea from Meridy at Not Just for Boys Kit Club. One of her kits, she showed kind of how to cut a sun. And the pictures I am going to be scrapbooking are a sunset. And this paper was just absolutely perfect. So what I did is I kind of tried to do about half the page. I knew I just kind of wanted to keep it the yellow, orange, and pink. And so I kind of went up and to the middle. I didn't have like a stencil or anything, so I marked 6 inches. And then what you do is you kind of just cut triangles, I guess, out of kind of your half circle here. And kind of just bring it down to a point in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect because I will show you kind of how, I guess, to cover up that. But we did this for, like I said, the page kit, and I just thought it was so fun and appropriate for this page. At first I thought I was going to do a small one and just have it on one page. Then I thought it would be kind of cool to kind of carry it over both pages. So I did use the full 12 inch length. So there is kind of my rough, I guess, sketch, my rough sunset. And so what I'm going to do is just use a punch here and a circle punch, and then kind of cover up the middle there where they all combine. And that is going to be my sun. Because I did kind of roughly trace a circle, there were some pencil marks still, so I did kind of cut around the edges. But then what I'm going to do is just make a bunch of strips of the pattern papers. There's a lot of really pretty pattern papers with this collection, and so I just did different widths as well. And what I'm going to do is kind of make an L shape, and then kind of mirror it for page 2, if you will. And I think I have 4 photos that I am going to, nope, 3 photos I'm going to use for the layout, and kind of place those in the bottom corners, I guess. So it's a really fun, really easy layout, but I really love the way that it turned out. I do end up kind of trimming the edge of that kind of blue leaf paper there to make it kind of into a point. And the other ones I just leave as, I guess, straight across. So I am just going to kind of layer the papers here. Again, they're different widths, different lengths, and I really just like the way that looks. I did see this idea off of a layout on Instagram and kind of went off of that to make it into a 2-page layout. And so I am going to, like I said, kind of layer them and then cut those off. And then unfortunately on page 2, when I do the layers, I did not cut the same widths, I guess, on each of the patterns. And so I did kind of have to mix up the patterns a little bit. Like here, I had one big yellow and one small yellow, and then one big green, one little green. And so I do kind of have to make those opposite. But I kind of like the way that it looks. It breaks it up a little bit, especially since the sun is kind of yellow. You'll see on the second page here that the sun kind of stands out a little bit more because it's on that green paper. But this is kind of going to be my base, and then I'm just going to add the photos and embellish. And really, the embellishments came from the page kit from Meridy. that I was talking about. Some of them, at least. Some came with this kit as well, but it is the same collection, I think, that you'll see. So once we get this done, I guess it was kind of tedious. I didn't realize it took me so long to kind of get all the layers in place. And I did, as you can see here, kind of put a couple of them under the horizontal papers and then that pink one over top of the horizontal papers. So page 1, here we go, is going to be a horizontal photo, and this is just the sunset at the beach. I am going to double back that with white and then the yellow. I did get the cardstock add-on for this kit, so the cardstock is a perfect match. So I'm going to use that for page 1, and then page 2, I'm going to have 2 vertical photos, but kind of place them in the same area. And I am only going to single back that one. I don't think I had enough of the yellow to back them, and I just felt like the white helped the photos pop off the page just a little bit more, I guess, because on page 1, the photo does kind of blend in with that yellow strip that's going across the page as well, but I already did it, so that's just how it's gonna be. But I'm going to place the photos down so I can get to embellishing then. So that's kind of the base page. I had to come back. I think I did this one in the middle of a storm and it was getting quite close, so I figured I better go inside to wait out the storm, and then I came back to finish. So these embellishments here, I fussy cut from a piece of paper. That's what came from the page kit that Meridy put together. So I had those fussy cut already, but then this actually is, the happiness came from a Paige Evans chipboard sticker sheet, and I just thought it was perfect. And then this is the sticker sheet that came with the Oasis kit, and so I'm just going to add some sayings down there to finish off that cluster, and then to kind of finish off that big blank space at the top, I am going to kind of do some more strips of paper that go all the way across, and obviously I am going to alternate the sizes and whatnot, so, and then layer them kind of like I did the bottom pages. And so I am going to end up doing 3 layers, and I just really like the way that looks, and then kind of going to use that as a base for another embellishment cluster. And like I said, I kind of just layer the different lengths, the colors, and just really like, honestly, the way that all these colors go together, I guess. It's not something I probably would have put together myself, but all the different patterns, the papers, just really like the way that it looks. I did end up going through my Felicity Jane embellishments and found that Hello Sunshine kind of banner and then that summer, and I'm going to use those kind of as my bases for the next couple of embellishment clusters, and I'm going to continue to use those fussy cut pieces to layer. I didn't want things to feel out of place, I guess, so I really did want to kind of incorporate those pieces in each of the clusters, just so, you know, it felt congruent. I think that's the word, maybe. But that is going to finish off that top cluster, and then I did decide to move down to the bottom instead of kind of finishing off that summer one, but there were these seashell stickers and then some tags and some different phrases, and so I just decided to use that to make a cluster kind of in the bottom. If you've watched, I've said it numerous times, but when I overlap photos like that, I really do like to cover up where they overlap, at least on the bottom, with embellishments. It's just something, for whatever reason, that I tend to do in every layout, and so this one's no different, but I really did try to use as much from the sticker sheet as possible. One thing with the sticker sheet, there are some cacti, and it's just something I probably won't use, so it'll be interesting to see kind of how I can incorporate that somewhere else. But now we're going to work on that top cluster, and again, just kind of use those fussy cut pieces to kind of embellish around there. I had one left over, so I do add that to the happiness. I wanted to kind of use those up if I could. I do have a couple of fussy cut pieces left over. You can kind of see them at the top right, a sailboat and then a cacti. But then I did end up using quite a few of these gems that came with the kit. They're Rosie's Studio, and they have gold flecks in them, and I just think they're adorable. They're so pretty. I love them. So I scattered those around in each of the clusters. Like I said, I kind of wanted the clusters to have similar accent pieces, just to kind of keep it the same. I don't know. I just like to kind of incorporate things in each of the clusters. So move those around, but I think that is just going to be about it once I finish with those. But I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. I had a lot of fun making it and love the way the sunset turned out. But I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.